Hello, Popham, is it you? Listen, you need to come here immediately. Who is this? What do you mean by that? It's me, Joseph Lucastar, the dock manager of Brendan. One of your engines was caught in an accident. It's really destructive. Where is it? I didn't get a good look. It's definitely one of your engines.
Your moves are getting more and more risky. Do you know how extremely difficult it has become to get bloody tender from that cesspool of an island to back here after that bombardment of Vickerstown? I would also like to mention that I stick out the most, and the most likely engine to get caught easily. Scouting missions should figuratively be on the hands of Splodge.
I understand where you're coming from, old boy. You see, I rely the scouting missions to you because Splodge are off gathering up resources. You're also real sly. That's why the boss and I agreed to have you on board. Besides, the boss owns a private boat company, so it shouldn't be much of a trouble for you to go back and forwards.
Alright, if I get caught, however, I won't hesitate to spill every bit of information I can provide. Anyhow, I've got some information that you wanted.
Wonderful. Please enlighten me with some.
It seems the Fat Hat has decided to make a bold move and purchase a couple of new engines. I managed to get a glimpse of two of them. One was an EDI-1 class tank engine from Kenya. The other was a 257 Squadron class locomotive. I've also heard the Fat Hat bought an additional engine to replace Oliver, and it appeared that you were right about him going after a diesel.
Oh, delightful news, Elric, my boy. The diesel part will be another vital asset towards succession. As for the new engines, we'll perhaps eliminate one of them. Can't decide whom, though. Our next plan is a lot more devious and destructive towards the island of Sodor.
There's one thing I've never understood. Why would an engine like you have so much against Sodor? I've heard from multiple sources that you were basically a fan favorite amongst the citizens of Sodor. Isn't that also a bit risky?
You might be our smartest and most sly engine on the team, but you can also somehow come off as naive. Why on earth would anyone suspect that the mastermind is their favorite Bluebell tank engine? Three months have passed since the destruction and temporary closure of Vickerstown. The pack had been working hard with leveling the ground and even tearing down the last of Vickerstown. The plan was to relocate it to another part of town, as the railway board opted to not have a similar accident happen.
Where the bloody hell is that good-for-nothing tank engine? I've told her to get back here quickly, and I know for a fact it doesn't take 2 and a bloody half hours to travel from here to Brenham Quarry and back.
Please excuse me, Gordon. I got a bit lost at the Brenham Quarry. Here are the bricks for the wall.
At first, Gordon was relieved, but as soon as he peered his eyes into the trucks, he
he went livid. You utter fool! Not only did it take you 2.5 hours to get these, they're the wrong type of bricks!
I don't understand, Gordon. I would like to point out firstly that I'm not as fast as you, and secondly that you simply asked for bricks.
Yes, I asked for bricks, but these are red bricks. I specifically expected orange-colored bricks.
To be honest, Gordon, what difference does it make?
A lot! And the fact that you've been on the railway for almost 3 months, I am shocked over the fact that you got lost at Brandon Quarry! The pack manager won't accept this, so go and fetch the right ones.
Okay.
You know, you don't have to be aggressive towards Nia. She's trying her best.
Well, you see, Jack, the best leaders are always harsh towards those below them, not only to show authority, but to also get the best out of them. I was also a bit frustrated that it took 2.5 hours on her to get here.
I don't know, Gordon. Even if you're older than her, you're definitely on the type to give out advice.
Oh, what was that? Get back here, you useless excuse of an excavator!
I can't believe how much of a perfectionist Gordon is. I'm still new here. He should be more forgiving. Maybe Sodor isn't as great as I thought.
Oh dear, back already, Nia? And you, still got your trucks.
Apparently Gordon and the manager asked for orange-colored bricks.
Odd. I thought... Oh no!
What? What is it, Timothy?
I just remembered! They did ask for orange bricks, and I actually gave you the wrong ones!
Oh dear, I knew I wasn't at fault. But then again, I think you don't deserve the blame, so I won't tell Gordon about it.
Thanks, Nia. I'll go get the bricks you are meant to transport, and... Oh no!
What is it now, Timothy?
I just remembered! I gave your bricks to Eagle! Those red bricks were meant for the Ulstead rework! I'm such a mess up!
Well, I guess Gordon has no choice but to use these red bricks.
Probably no point, Nia. Gordon is too much of a stickler when it comes to reparations of Vickerstown.
Edward's right. It's probably best to wait for Eagle to return after realizing he brought the wrong brick.
Meanwhile, why don't you help me with shunting instead, Timothy? Alright, I'll probably do a better job than giving everyone their train.
Very well. While I'm waiting, may I ask you something, Derek?
Sure thing, Nia. Ask away.
Yes. Was the China Clay Quarry always this crowded? I heard that it would be more open and near Farquhar.
Oh. Well, back in the days, the Sodor China Clay Company and the Farquhar Quarry Company shared the same mines 2 years ago, until a devastating accident took place, which gave the China Clay Company concerns and opted to relocate rather than help repairing it.
Oh? What happened?
I'm probably not the best engine to explain it. Or, more so, I'm not comfortable with telling it. Deeply sorry.
Nia was puzzled by Derek's answer, but this gave her determination to find the answer.
What a lovely day it is. Passengers are buzzing, trains are on time. I honestly cannot think of a better day to bust my buffers. Edward, you look horrible.
Oh, you've noticed? I barely slept last night.
I've been up all evening doing quarry work with Timothy. Then I had to help Derek with a couple of goods train. Then I had to help Salty with shunting, and then finally pulling a late-night passenger train from Rendham to Knapford. In total, I've only gotten 5 hours of sleep.
My. Maybe you should have the Fat Controller get another engine.
Oh, please. He already bought 3 new engines. That includes you and Nia. I really cannot ask Sir Topham Hatt for another. Ask me for another what, Edward?
Great! Now's your chance, Edward. Good luck.
Wait, what? Rebecca? Oh, is that something you wanted, Edward? Well, sir, I've been a lone engine multitasking on the Brendam line. Timothy is all alone at the Brendam quarry, Salty mainly works at the docks, and Derek can only pull goods and passenger trains during the day, and he breaks down more often than little old me, which is saying something. I can understand why you're frustrated, Edward, but I can't purchase another engine. Besides, I've done that once for the Brendam line 5 years ago, and I'll be honest, that box cab diesel wasn't very remarkable. Whoopee! Look how fast I am! I could practically— Oh crap! Poor diesel was scrapped a week later by its manufacturers. Anyhow, I cannot purchase another engine. We're still in financial crisis after the destruction of Vickerstown and the closure of the line between Vickerstown and Barrow and Furnace. Not to mention, the media still hasn't been very forgiving. I'm also waiting for that diesel engine I purchased 3 months ago to work at the Little Western. Oh, please, sir, I need the help. Just then, William approached Sir Topham Hatt.
Sir, I know I've talked about this a lot, but please hear me out one more time. We really can't have a diesel on the Little Western. It just doesn't feel right. Call me a locomotist, or whatever you were calling the racist engine these days, but we cannot tolerate a diesel replacing Oliver.
Yes, but you know my answer will be the same, William. And, wait. You know what? I haven't really asked this lately, but judging how it's been 3 months, the Little Western seems to be doing just fine with you, Duck, Donald, and Douglas. Answer me, William. Is everything actually going well over there?
Yeah, we're actually doing splendid. No need for another engine, actually. Completely fine. I bet Duck and the others would agree.
Oh, if that's the case, then I can hand the new engine to the Brendam line then. If that's okay with you, Edward. That will be delightful, sir. Thank you. All right, it's settled. I'll see you all around.
Yes. See ya.
Now, wait for a moment, William. You're lying, aren't you? It seems rather unlikely that only 4 engines can run an entire branch line.
Yeah, you're right. Duck, Donald, and Douglas are all suffering like you. Tired and always exhausted.
That's very irresponsible of you. I suggest asking Duck and the others to see if they agree. Then tell Sir Topham Hatt.
Oh, all right. But why don't you tell him instead?
Because I just remembered I have a goods train to pull from Brendam Docks.
Yeah, I'll go tell them.
Goodness me, it has been a rather long day. Haven't had the chance to visit my brother at the steamworks today.
Rather? I've been doing nothing but shunt trucks for the past 12 hours. I miss putting Annie and Clarabelle, but I know they're in good keeping of Toby for the time being.
I think Edward had it worse.
Oh dear, poor boy seems to have collapsed as he got into his shed.
Ha! Watch this!
Ah! Oh, go to hell, you reincarnation of the devil.
Yikes! Someone seems to have not gotten their beauty sleep.
You haven't changed one bit.
Changed? Pah! The only change I need is my sleep schedule. Good night, suckers!
Good evening, everyone. What's this? An empty berth in the sheds? You guys don't mind if I crash in for the night?
Oh, please, be our guest, Rebecca.
Wow! Titmuth Sheds is a lot cozier than I imagined. It must be a delight to sleep here every night.
At this point, I think you can, seeing as Edward's about to lose the energy to even wake up. Days have been longer than we all anticipated.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the day I had. This afternoon, when I was pulling the express, I stopped by Crosby, and there was this lorry on the track. I kindly asked him to move out of the way, and he replied to me in the most horrid way.
Mind your own business, you oversized yellow hippo. I don't know what they were thinking when making this railway. Road travel is far superior. It's either sooner or later that you'll all be sent for scrap.
Eventually he did move out of the way, but I can't help but feel offended by that.
Goodness gracious me, that is one horrid lorry.
Kind of reminds me of those 3 lorries that Topham Hatt bought once all those years ago. Remember that, Thomas? Oh yes, they said it was the same things that lorry told you, Rebecca.
Are all lorries like that?
Well, I don't really know, but so far I'm not really getting a good impression about lorries as a whole. Come to think of it, Sir Topham Hatt never said anything about a lorry roaming around Sodor, or at least that's one alive and talking.
What do you mean?
I mean that we should have spotted this lorry ourselves too. Don't get me wrong, Rebecca, I believe you, although it does sound odd. The engines were now puzzled. They all decided to drop the topic and get a night's rest. Oh, hello, Nia. What brings you here?
Well, isn't it obvious, Thomas? She's probably here to pull the train.
But we didn't get any information about Nia getting a train.
What? Why else would she be here?
Sorry to bother both of you. I know everyone has been very busy lately, but I just can't help but wonder something.
Oh, and what's that?
I asked Derek about why Brentham Quarry was so crowded and narrow. He said that the quarry used to be bigger and was near Farquhar. He said something about an accident, and then something about not feeling comfortable, about telling me what caused the accident. So can you two please tell me what happened?
Thomas and Percy looked at each other. They gave the same uncomfortable look Derek had.
It's fine. Sorry I asked.
No! Wait! I think you should know what happened.
You see, 6 years ago, the China Clay and Farquhar Quarry Company both collaborated and worked in the same quarry for a couple of years.
Then, all of a sudden, 2 years ago, an accident took place. It took the lives of 2 steam engines and 12 workmen, making it Sodor's worst accident in history in terms of casualty. What's odd about this, however, is that the accident wasn't an accident. Nia was surprised. Now she wanted to know more. The accident was staged by a horrid engine who hated Sodor. He wanted to see it burn, and, well, that's all I can willfully say.
But who was this engine?
I think you should ask another engine. We're just not very comfortable. To think the engine was worse than Diesel 10.
Diesel who?
Diesel 10.
About 14 years ago, there was a diesel engine which we called Diesel 10. He worked for the Sodor Logging Company for a while and was privately owned by someone. However, he was determined to kill an engine once. I tried my best to protect that engine and ended with him toppling into a barge. After being rescued, however, Sir Topham had scolded him severely and did the one thing he rarely does to an engine.
He sold Diesel 10 for scrap.
Dear me! So this engine who caused the quarry accident was worse than this Diesel 10 fellow.
That's right, which is why many of us aren't so comfortable with telling you who it is.
I get it. I'm really sorry for asking about this sensitive topic.
No worries, Nia. As we said, you should know about this. You are, after all, a Sodor engine.
Goodness me, Nia. Finally, I caught up to you.
Derek? What is it?
I was informed by the manager that you have a train to take from Vickerstown to Brendam Docks. It's a bunch of scrap that's going to be shipped overseas.
Overseas? Why not just send it to the scrapyard?
Well, an anonymous businessman bought the scrap. Really, the only way we can transport cargo is through sea and air now. A shame, really.
Oh, I see. When is it departing?
You need to be there in Vickerstown in 2 hours, and...
Oh, goodness me! I have to go then.
It's just in 2 hours. Does she really get lost that easily?
Apparently so.
Whew! Oh my! This is awfully heavy. More than I anticipated.
When I shunted everything, they weren't very heavy.
Derek noticed the lorry. He thought he was waiting for something. Then he realized that the lorry has never been there up until Derek finished shunting near his train.
Hang on a moment. You there. You've been here for quite a while. It's best you should...
Uh-oh!
What? What the...
Hello, Derek. Nia left already? What a shame. I wanted to greet her before she left.
Yes. Thomas, did you notice the red lorry drive off?
Lorry?
The lorry was quite rude. He didn't say hello or even answer my question. He seemed concerned, though, as if he was compromised of doing something.
Wait, Derek, did the lorry have a sign under him?
I think I saw him having a label with Lorry 3 written on it.
No way! That's the horrid lorry Rebecca must have mentioned!
Horrid lorry?
Last night at Tidmouth Sheds, we were all discussing about a lorry Rebecca encountered. We then all talked about these 3 horrid lorries that came to the railway a couple of decades ago. They all match this very lorry she encountered.
Then, you don't think he did something, right?
Oh God. Oh no. Derek, he was probably part of the accident at Vickerstown. Lines all of a sudden switching, Welsh code appearing out of nowhere, a horrid lorry lurking around. It's all connected somehow.
If that's the case, do you think he tampered with Nia's train?
Oh good God. What do we do?
I could pursue that lorry. Thomas, you're more reliable than me, so go stop Nia's train before something bad happens.
Okay. Good luck, Derek. Gordon! Thomas, what is it? It looks like you've seen a ghost. Gordon, That lorry Rebecca mentioned. Derek saw him, and we might think he was behind the destruction of Vickerstown, or part of it at least. He's on the move, and we think he's done something to Nia's train. Derek is after the lorry, so we need to stop Nia. Without thinking twice, Gordon immediately got out of the sheds. The two of them began pursuing Nia. Wait, Gordon. Stop.
Thomas, we can't stop. We're not even near Sunnery.
Gordon, I'm not as fast as you. I can barely catch up with you. Gordon thought hardly for a moment. Then he had an idea.
Thomas, couple up to me.
What? Do you even have the strength to pull me?
In cases like these, I have enough. Remember how I used to trick you on pulling both the Express and you?
I see now.
You smelled that? There's something coming from your train.
A smell? I don't smell anything. We're close to Brendam Docks. Once we're done, I can be the first engine to rest at Tidney.
Good God, you felt that too? Oh my, don't tell me.
No time to think. Let's go.
Just then, Thomas and Gordon halted as they saw the unthinkable. In front of them, Derek seemed to have caught the lorry. Goodness! Derek, you caught him!
Wait a minute. How did you reach Wellsworth in such a short time? We were going over 100 miles an hour. We should have passed you at your maximum speed.
You see, during my pursuit, I noticed the lorry was taking the road that led to Wellsworth. Knowing that I won't catch up with him, I took a turn into Great Waterton and used an old decommissioned track that some workmen discovered a couple of weeks ago when I was sent for maintenance surveying to the Blue Mountain Quarry. I luckily evaded some of the military men that were stationed there a few days ago. Anyhow, I travelled down to Wellsworth and saw him approaching the tracks. With all my strength, I outsped him and crashed into him.
Goodness me. Quick think, Derek. There, we can't waste time. Thomas and I need to get to Brendam Docks before Nia does.
Oi, what's so funny? What's funny? I'll tell you. What's funny is that both of you think you got time.
What are you talking about?
At this point, the bomb in the Orange Engine's train has already gone off, and is sending her straight to Brendam Docks as we speak, in flames. She's quite literally unstoppable. All of a sudden, an anger grew inside Thomas, a feeling Thomas rarely has. At the same time, however, he felt hopeless too. You utter scum! It's only a matter of time they realize that this railway has to close because of all the amounts of deadly accidents. Captain Sudrian was right about you rail crawlers. You would resolve into something as impulsive like this. Who would have thought that you're all dumber than you looked, when all of this could have been resolved with a simple phone call?
No, we cannot be late. Not again!
Ho ho, here comes Nia! Right on time, wait, see? Shiver these timber shoes on fire! Everyone evacuate!
Salty, what do you mean, evacuate? No, those bastards.
Oh dear. I'll be there as soon as I can. Will this mean first the Blue Mountain Quarry going into government hands, and now another accident? Things just can't get worse from here. Oh, bother that phone. What now? Hello? Trevor Faraday? What seems to be urgent?
Well, sir, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it seems an accident has taken place in Knapford Harbor. It seems one of your engines was responsible for it.